Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another Friday night watch talk with Bobby Legs and friends. And I'm joined with a lot of my friends here. Excited to talk watches. A lot of things happening this week. We're going to get a follow up from earlier, the Las Vegas trip with Wolfie and friends. We're going to talk some Christopher Ward. We're going to talk about some great deals today online, Crown and Caliber, and whatnot, and what had tempted us. Wolfie, how are you, my friend?
Good, good. Thank you. Great week.
Yeah, yeah. What do you have on wrist, my friend?
Uh, Joint Team Brigade.
Yes, oh, that's okay.
Mm.
Now we'll
Yes.
we'll get into this a little bit
Gorgeous.
in a bit, but congratulations joining Team Brigade. Chaz, life is short. Wear color. How are you? What a good mantra to live by.
Yeah, it's just something I live by, Rob.
Yeah,
I think it's,
so silly.
so much going on in the world today.
Yeah.
Um, Wear color, you know. Having said that, I got a black dial watch.
Oh, I
My
love this one. Yeah,
Zen Zen
lovely.
Zen 103
Classy.
Classic 12.
Yeah, that's a beauty. I'm still kicking myself. Like a month or two ago, Toppers had one for like 3,300 or something like that,
Oof.
3,400, and then you add the 10% discount. That's a great deal for that watch. A great, amazing deal, and looked like it was in
Yeah,
pretty
it's a
good
good watch
condition.
for the money.
Yeah, absolutely. Dib Jyoti, Dib, how are you?
Doing well, can't
Yeah,
complain.
yeah. Good. Let's try to get your mic up over there. Hold on. Let me say. Let me turn it up there. Okay. So what do you have on wrist, my friend?
I finally got my Formex SM39 with the malachite
Yes.
Yes.
band.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sorry for the bad
ooh, look at
lighting,
that.
but yeah, I don't have very good lights here. So
Yeah, no worries. I mean, usually you could just like have the light in front of you, whatever light that usually works. But I think you look good right now. You got good lighting there. Congratulations. That's awesome. I know you last weekend it was kind of like touch and go, and you thought it was lost, and it turned out to be at your neighbors, something like
yeah,
that.
it
Like,
was it was sitting in front of my neighbor's door for 4 days. 10 I mean just 10 to
stressful.
15 yards. So
Yeah. So stressful, but I'm glad you got it, and it's a good looking watch for sure. And if you have to sell it, just give me a call first.
The real
Amin.
question is, does Dib have on the matching sneakers, Rob?
well,
Oh, that's right.
I'm in the house, so no.
Yeah.
But yes,
Oh, oh, okay.
I do
You
have the sneakers, right in front.
you
So
have malachite sneakers?
yep.
Oh, I gotta see those.
Hold
Go
on.
get him, Dib. Go get him.
Yeah, you
Here
Yeah,
we
gotta
yeah.
go.
get them.
All right. Well, Dib
Let's
go
go.
gets the
Let's go.
sneakers.
We need
Amin, how
we
are you
we need
doing?
that. Good. Good. New
Yeah.
watch day for me today.
Oh, let's see it. Let's see it.
Oh man,
Oh, the
Um,
Roboto.
I'll give you a little
Yeah,
close up.
please do.
That's far more special than a Formex
Rogato.
and a shoe.
Look at that.
Very nice. Don't sell your Formex short, Dib, but that's very, very
So,
nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful watch, man. You're so out there. You are so out there, my friend. I love
I
it.
love that watch.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
Even Wolfie, who usually hates my non-watch looking watches, he said it's not too bad.
yeah.
It's kind of badass, I think the picture you posted, I thought, wow, it's kind of, still not a watch, really, but kind of cool.
Yeah. Dib, show the sneakers.
It's a Air Jordan
There we
Dunk.
go.
Wow,
Oh, so
man.
fly.
Well,
You are.
okay, I can't. I'm in my well, I'm still low 30s, but I can't use the word fly anymore. Yeah, it's just
Nah.
sounds bad. But this was just a coincidence. I've been going through a sneaker phase now. I bought like 10 pairs. Well, I returned four, so currently at six. But uh, I was in the Nike app, and it literally says Malachite. So I'm like,
Wow.
Wow.
good
Man.
timing.
Dude, you should make like a little video and just send it to like Formex, with your
Yep.
Malachi sneakers and your watch and just like Send it over to me. I'll edit it and put some music to it.
You know
Um,
those pics where you're looking down and you got your watch and then you got the
yeah,
sneakers
the
down below,
sneakers. Yeah,
the hipster photos. You know those, the
yeah.
kind, right?
Exactly.
It's like
Yeah.
Formax, Nike.
Form X,
So,
X Nike,
yeah.
cross
Oh
Nike.
God,
Yeah.
I can see the edits coming in hot.
Oh yeah, totally, totally. I gotta scour it, get some images of you. Let's say hello to the chat before we start our topics this evening. Steve, Mr. Casio, how you doing? Rick on watches, what's up? Chaz, oh, you're here, Chaz. What are you doing, man? You always throw me off with that. Way Ben, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Peter C is here. Marceau is here. He's wearing his Portofino tonight. I didn't see him. Very nice. Wilson is here. How you doing, Wilson? Deech, what's going on, my friend? Hobby Bobby in the house. Mez9 is here. Joey B is here as well. Mr. Time Hill. Good evening, Bruno. How you doing, Bruno? Wolfgang. Oh, well, you guys, man. In the chat. Alex is here. Watch Chris. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm sure Watch Chris would really dig your Roboto watch there, Amin. You guys are watch brothers with the Remain Jerome.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it right? Yeah. Um,
true.
let's see. Guys, let us know
Watch
what
Chris
you're.
already got his bel canto. I'm so jealous.
I know. I know. Well, we're gonna talk about this bel canto very shortly. I think we're gonna have some hot takes here tonight. Hey, Thomas Burnett is here. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Dan, what is up? Brownie is here. Caliber, what's going on? Uh, Rob from Mountain Standard Time is here as well. Canadian Watch Monkey, hello, sir. Uh, Scrolling, scrolling. Justin is here. Got 10 pairs. Damn. Yeah. Well, it's down to six now. Let's be honest, it's down to six. Um, Canadian Watchman, congratulations, hit 1,000 subs. Please go
Sweet.
subscribe. And Chris is wearing the bel canto tonight. Dominic C is here. Hi, Dominic. Thanks for joining us this evening. Okay, so a little bit of news, right? This evening or today, the Christopher Ward, which came out with the bel canto officially last week, right?
Not
Basically
even a
came
week
out
ago, right?
not even a
Less than a
week
week ago.
ago.
But now
Um,
the Belcanto came out on Tuesday. It's not even. It's this week.
This week, yeah.
Yeah.
This
oh,
week,
was it? Why does
yeah,
it feel like? Holy cow! You're right. It was this week, right?
yeah.
So let me pull up here.
3 days ago.
3 days ago. Okay, we're just trying to stretch it out while I get my act together here. 3 days ago, came out with a limited release of 300 watches. We were touting it on Tuesday, and then boom. Look what they did. Look what just came out. Um, Another release of the bel canto, but this time in green.
Mm.
And is it also 300?
Yes.
Yes, all 300
Mhm.
pieces of green
Yep.
now sold out.
Also sold out.
Okay, so um, Dib, what are your thoughts about this release?
I don't have anything against the watch. I still think it's a great watch, and I haven't canceled my order because I got really mad today. Like, what's the point of? I mean, they could have either done a blue-green release at the same time, or I mean, if you look at this watch, the green one, they're not even promising deliveries before July. So what's the
Mm.
point? I mean, they saw, oh my God, like 300 people just bought it, and there's so much interest. And granted, Mr. Mike Franz did say that we're going to come out with different colorways, but they just did not anticipate the demand, and then they're like, we need to get the money.
Dib,
So
can I get clarification? Did he come out of the gate saying different colorways, or was it?
there are
I,
so
I saw his interview on the day of the release, but he was saying the reaction we're getting is so much that we're definitely gonna bring out different colors.
so that's what I heard at the wind up fair too.
Yeah.
We are getting so much positive feedback. So if you see the email they sent out today with the green bell canto, it, so based on the verbiage, they were already planning a green dial anyway, but they just decided to push it, forward, just so they could get a 300 orders in. Like 300 pieces, 3,000 pounds, close to £1 million. So they just wanted the money. I mean, there is sufficient interest. The green sold out in less than 2-3 hours, I think. So definitely, like the product is good, but I just can't deal with the fact that they like this is what I would expect from a new micro brand with a Kickstarter campaign. Not from Christopher Ward. And I got a lot of flack in the Christopher Ward enthusiast Facebook group for saying, so I was one of the first movers. Like, what about the first 300 people who bought it? Like,
Yeah.
where does that leave me? I mean, I understand Christopher Ward is a value for money brand as a whole, but you're trying to move up market a little bit. You have a unique product. You build up the hype. I mean, they did not even wait for the orders to be delivered. Like my order is supposed to get delivered next March. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
it just felt like I was kind of betrayed. Now
If they
people
had
like,
said it in the announcement, right? If the blue one had been, if the first blue page had said, there are 300 blue and this will be followed by 300 green, right? It would have been a very different feel to it.
no,
But
I
it
mean,
it was 300 pieces limited edition, get in quick. And then as soon as it sold out, 300 more green. It's kind of low.
yeah, it's bad business
Like you
practice.
said, micro brandy kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I thought they'd move past that, but I guess they can't betray their roots.
Yeah.
Like I like the brand, but that doesn't mean I can't criticize it. Like problem with fanboys are like they're like, oh, we're getting more options. I'm like, okay, but I paid a premium for this. Like you were hemming and hawing while I paid with my credit card, so that's not my fault for you not being able to decide or not having money, and that it's a different situation, right? So I don't know.
My immediate reaction was the same as yours, but then, you know, they're some of our friends are saying they're trying to capitalize on the moment. The economy is I think Chaz, you're making this point, right? That they're they're um they're taking advantage of the moment. And if they come out and said, okay, there's another 300 blue ones right now, that would be pretty annoying because then it's, what is it, a limited
So
edition?
if that's happening, I'm
Yeah.
canceling my order.
Yeah. But with this, I really think the better way to handle this would have been to wait even a month and then go, you know what? So much interest that we're going to add it to the actual catalog, non-limited, no blue, different color, non-limited, add it to the catalog in green or something like that. That would have been the way to go. But as it stands, people are joking all over the internet. I think Rick just said purple coming on Monday.
Yeah.
It really wouldn't surprise, right? If in a week or two they're like, oh yeah, there's a red one.
Yeah. Chaz holding out for orange.
Yeah.
Come on, orange. I'm ready for the Bel Canto orange.
Yeah. They have a Corolla just pulled into your driveway. Scott's saying they should have just released another version, but with Christopher Ward typed on the dial to keep the OGs nice and the new ones in line with their design language.
Yeah, but the new ones don't have Christopher Ward. It's the logo which is on the dial for all the new watches that they've come out. They're phasing out the name altogether.
Hey, Big Risk, good to see you.
Gotta say, I like the blue one better than this one.
Yeah.
So-
I will say one thing though. I do not like arguing with value for money people. Those are the like micro brandy people. Oh, that's like I don't even want to get into that. Like, oh, like never mind. Watch is
Yeah.
good. Companies are annoying.
So you were triggered by this today. You're a little hotter earlier today, I would say. But some other friends were triggered by the Watchfinder video today. Did you see that? Did you see that one where they called this?
I haven't had a chance
They
to.
called this a masterpiece. So some friends thought that that was overstated a little bit, but I thought it was a good video, and it was a little over the top. The video was almost like, you know, this is the same as an MBNF. What, you know, like, but
Yeah.
they're cutting out the middleman, so it's much cheaper. Like, it was a little over the top.
But that's Mr. Hand's his stick. Like that's what he
Yeah,
does. Right?
yeah,
You have seen the videos with Full Murray and
yeah,
Baltic, and you would have thought, oh my God, these are the best watches on the planet. But in the hand, they were as mediocre as their price.
yeah.
Sorry.
Kevin S loves the green even better than the blue. Go
Kevin
Chris
has to
Ward.
love anything. He's a lover. He's not a fighter.
Watch Chris
He's-
said he would have liked the choice between blue and green.
Yep.
Mm.
Here we go, Chris Ward. Here we go. Wayben is saying I would want a red one, but I don't know if it's release number 3.
Oh, they will do it 100%. It's just a matter of when.
They've already said there's going to be a lot of, you know, this is going to keep going in their catalog. It's just the way they did it was a little.
What about the fire sale going? Hey Justin, we're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. Well, you know, speaking of green dials, I do want to just do a quick channel announcement. Plugging in here, I will be giving away this Sunday. I'm making the announcement for the the
Ooh.
green Citizen Syosa. Making the announcement video that will come out on Sunday, so you know how to enter, and
Awesome.
then the week after that, we'll announce the winner. So anyway, so keep an eye out for that one, guys. Okay, so before we go through the fire sale that we saw today, I want to get a little synopsis from our man on the streets, the man on the beat, in the thick of it all, Wolfie. What was going on? What happened early this week in Vegas? I saw some watches. You guys are trying on some watches? You're all over the Tim Masso group, showing the watches you were showing. What's going on?
Well, trunk show
Yeah,
happened,
yeah,
and I got to meet Big Wrist and a few other guys for the first time,
yeah. Very nice, very nice.
and had a little group in town. Went
Yeah,
to some dinners, did some watch shopping and looking,
smoke some cigars.
smoked some cigars, yeah, with Wilson,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
overall, great time. I wish
yeah.
all of you guys could have been here, like I said last
Right.
year. Now I'm hoping for next year. I
Okay.
promise you'll have a great time.
Okay.
You would enjoy yourselves tremendously.
I feel like you're bearing the lead here, though, Wolfie. Like, you know, like what? So you
Yeah,
have something on your wrist that,
yeah. I picked this up.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, that you had ordered that, but you knew that was coming. It wasn't like an impulse
True.
purchase. Like, you know, deals would be thrown around, and you're like, okay, I gotta pick up that Breguet. By the way, which for everybody on the chat, what's the model number on that one?
The Breguet, I think
Yeah.
it's 7097.
Hmm.
Okay. And
I
is
think
that like a rose
the
gold
retro,
or?
they're all like there's a white gold,
Yeah.
there's my rose gold,
Yeah.
and there's a blue dial white gold. I think they have 3 retrograde seconds,
Yeah.
and yeah, then Wilson made me buy a Grand Seiko. I think that's
Yeah, so that happened. Wilson
yeah.
Wilson made you buy a Grand Seiko. Okay. You know, for
So
somebody
funny.
who really like gives Grand Seiko a hard time, right? And their fanboys, you've got a couple Grand Seikos now.
I have a full blown Grand Seiko sub collection with 3 pieces,
Mm.
but I never gave Grand Seiko a hard time. Really, that's not
Uh,
me.
no, that's not you. That wasn't you. That was some other Austrian that
He-
that that, that we
Really,
know.
I mean, I like many of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
then-
Okay.
He's always liked the Godzilla. Always
Yeah,
had and liked the
Godzilla, I
Godzilla.
always loved it, yeah.
Okay.
I like many models. I'm a little confused sometimes, when especially when Sanjay starts rambling and goes on and on and on, and with all the new releases, kind of similar to me, most of them.
Yeah.
But then there's these pieces that I really like right from the get go, and then with Wilson there, and things happen. Sometimes
Mm.
it's like there might be an ultra chrome that's picked up also in a tag team action. It just happens at these trunk shows. You'll see next year, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. So did Wilson pick up an Ultracon?
Yes.
So now you guys both have the same Grand Seiko.
Yeah. We have the same Grand Seiko and the ultra chrome, so we're real tight now.
But don't you guys both have Sea Dwellers too?
Sea Dweller 43. Yeah.
Okay.
Something going
Okay.
How
on here.
cute.
We're
So
like
cute.
lovebirds now.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are have some sort of bromance going, right?
Yeah.
Sure feels that way.
Wilson
Sure
brought
feels.
another very special piece to Vegas. I don't know if you want to talk about that one. The Borealis or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know. You know what? Let's not get into that right now at this moment. Um, Big Wiz says it sounds like a bromance.
Yeah,
Love me some Wolfie. Yeah, they both have the same hairstylist for sure. Um,
that's true too.
hey Sanjay, how you doing? I don't know what that little square means, but
Tears of joy.
oh,
Tears of
tears of
joy.
joy. Okay, okay. Uh, we'll see. Wolfie has gone to the dark side with Grand Seiko. I'm not gonna, Islanders. I'm not gonna put out there what other people got. They can on the chat, those who met up, and we can talk to about that. But I don't want to air out what other people got. They can obviously put it in there, and then we could talk about it. But it looked like you guys had a great time, and I'm really really happy for you guys, man.
We
And
sure
one
did.
of these
Yeah.
days, I've never been to Vegas. I hope to go. Well, I mean, I've been to Vegas, but not really. But I've never, been for like any like weekend or long period of time, and would love to, go to the trunk show. But it didn't seem though to me, Wolfie, that the deals were as plentiful as they were last year. Is that right, or am I getting that wrong?
It's probably right.
Yeah,
Last year there might have been little higher discounts available.
yeah,
That kind of that started happening the whole year, that the retailers seem to be doing better than the pre-owned market does.
right,
Still kind of, that you always hear like no discounts on this brand at all, no discounts on some models from some brands. So it's probably tighter than it was last year.
yeah.
But there
Big
was
respect
a little wiggle room on depending on on the pieces.
Gotcha. Big Risk picked up a Zulu time in blue, and then picked up a Doxas 200T. He had a good visit to the truck show in Las Vegas. Wolfgang is the mayor of Las Vegas. Uh, Sanjay is looking forward to when he can go as well. Sanjay, I don't know, man. I don't know if the Vegas is the town for you.
He
You might,
needs to come for sure.
yeah, yeah. He might. Uh, Wolfgang brought a sweet skull blazer. Yeah, that was a cool blazer. Was that for Halloween, the blazer, or
Yeah.
okay? Uh, awesome, awesome.
It was Monday.
Um, Calculator is key for negotiations. That's so I hear. Um, Canadian Watchman, any of you guys a fan of the Black Bay 36 and blue? Dib, what do you think about that watch? It's very Explorer-esque, right? Except for with the blue dial.
I've thought about it multiple times,
Yeah,
but I don't think I'll ever buy it.
yeah,
It's a bit boring. I
yeah,
mean, to the right person, it's not, but to me, it's boring.
yeah, yeah,
It's a little derivative.
yeah.
I don't. It's a good price, honestly, for that
Hmm.
watch, but there are other interesting watches in that price range which
Sure.
I want to buy.
I like the 41 in black, um, but there's something about I think there, at least with the Heritage Diver, I mean, you got a like a bezel, right? And it adds some kind of contrast and color. But with the blue and the black, it's very flat dial kind of, and then you have just a stark white hands. And even though there's snowflake, it's just like it feels like there's just two colors only, right? So the contrast isn't there for me either. But I kind of do like them. I do like them. Beans is saying, did I miss DB's Dibs CW rant? Look, Beans. I mean, like I was hoping. I got to be honest. I think uh, Dib was needs to eat a little bit more honey balls or something like that to get him metabolism up because I felt like his rant earlier from what I hear was epic and but he made some really solid points, Beans, for sure. Um,
They're
Rick
not
said,
honey balls.
sure, sure they're not, sure. Rick is saying I'll buy Sanjay something special if he goes to
Mm.
Vegas. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very nice. Big Wrist, the BB41 in black was my first luxury watch. I still wear it. Yeah, and you also have a in blue, I think, right? Big Wrist. Um, Scott is saying I'd much rather have the 556 over it. Um, I'd rather get a Royale for that money. Well, nope, nope, Dib says no. Wolfie, thanks for the update. It sounded like, and I saw some pictures, it sounded like you guys had a really awesome time. And it's so much fun to get together with all y'all. And so I'm really happy for you guys. Okay, so let's jump right into another topic we want to talk about, the fire sale that seems to be going on in Crown and Caliber. Dib, I mean, like, what do you think happened here? Like, we do have Black Friday at the end of the month. Are they sort of testing the waters, trying to get rid of some inventory, or what's going on, man?
First of all, I don't like distributing knowledge to people. Just a fact. Information is power. But Crown and Caliber is having a very excellent sale, 25% off on anything. Well, most of their watches anyway, and I think like what's it now, 311. The last time I checked, it was around 420. So they're selling a
Yeah,
lot of watches. Most
yeah,
watches are priced way under what you would expect to pay from any
yeah,
other retailer. So maybe like the Q3 has come in, like Q4, like they need to meet some kind of quota, or they realize they have too much of a bloated inventory.
yeah.
Just like fire sale.
Chaz,
Um,
Chaz, I mean, they got a couple of great side of the moons here, man. That when you figure in that 25%, you're looking at the low to mid sixes. I
Yeah,
mean,
crazy deals.
that's
Crazy
that's
deals.
crazy, right? I mean, like, have any of you guys were any of you guys close to picking up anything today?
I
Oh
would
yeah.
have, but like for me, I was trying to trade in my Grand Seiko, and I got a decent trade offer. I said yes. Then I called them 3 times just to make sure that the watch I want to buy, they set it aside saying pending sale, but nobody picked up. So, and it sold. So for me, that's a no. But I know a few people who have picked up a few watches from there.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like Rick picked up a
Mhm.
rebuy here, the Gray Side of the Moon. Good for you. Good price. Um, uh, so Chaz, what were you the closest today with? Panerai? Were you looking at Panerai?
Yeah, they didn't have the Pam I was looking for, but I was the closest I came. I had it in the cart. Was a rebuy on the Omega World Timer. They had an just amazing deal. I mean, I sold my World Timer and bought the Gray Side of the Moon earlier in the
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
and I've missed that watch. I thought about getting it back. The prices keep going down on them, and this was just an amazing deal. I mean, it was $1,500 less than I got on trade in from mine just a few months ago.
right.
So yeah, I mean, I came close to buying the World Timer again, and there was several. I mean, I was looking at several of the Speedmasters. They had a couple of the special editions that are real nice. They had a solid gold, Sedna gold Speedy that was an incredible deal. Um, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's for what you get in a solid gold Speedy. You
Right.
know, I think it retails for 38. They had it for 23 after the discount. So, I mean, a lot of good deals.
Yeah, I saw a two-tone Seamaster and it's gone. But that was at 5,600, but with the discount 4,200. Ahmed, did you see anything that could have just been such an easy trigger for you to just pull? Or were you
There's
just playing
one.
around?
There's
Yeah,
one. It's still haunting me. It's the kind of thing where I want to say it in case somebody takes my
right.
lead and buys it right now, so it puts me out of my misery. But I also don't want to say it because somebody might buy it and put me out of my misery. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'll
Look, if
show it.
it's Ulysse Nardine, nobody's buying it.
Nobody's buying it. I don't
No.
know. I'm
Is
not
it
so
is it
sure.
Ulysse Nardine?
Yeah.
I
Put
could
put
pull I
put
could pull them
put
up.
put put me up on a solo screen right here.
Solo screen? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So this watch, pictures really don't do it justice, especially the Crown and Caliber pictures. It's a Ulysse Nardin Skeleton X. It's a $20,000 watch that they're selling for 12,000, and then with the coupon it's 9,000. And it just even this little video here doesn't do it justice because the motion is really something on the wrist. I've seen this watch in person. It's a really modern sized, beautiful watch. I think it's 42 millimeters. And all right, you can take me down. And it's got full silicon escapement that just looks so good with the color of the silicon against this. So they have it on the gator, but you can get the rubber. I would get the rubber strap if I got this. And again, this picture isn't doing it justice. So
Yeah.
I've had this, full box paper, still under manufacturer warranty, papers dated 2019. Um, it is, I've been actually looking for this watch since it came out, and it's usually like 15K pre-owned. Sometimes you can lately see them sometimes for 12, but 9 is just unheard of for this watch.
Yeah. Wolfie, anything you see today on Chronicle? Are you tapped out for the time being or
I am, but there was some insane deals. I mean,
yeah,
this one is an example. It's crazy.
yeah.
There was a Brigade Type 22, I think, also for 9-ish.
Type 21.
No, I saw it Type 22 too, and it was also like, I think it was under 10.
Let's
I mean,
see
there were
here.
some deals like I've never seen. There it is.
Yeah, the Vashon Overseas is back to being, one of the dudder watches below retail. Definitely, it had its brief moment in the sun. Again, nothing against the watch. It's a spectacular watch, but how prices were before COVID. Slowly and steadily, I've seen except the blue dial. I've seen multiple auctions in dealer groups where my one of my friends actually picked one up with a black dial for 19,000. So it's going down.
This is a
It, it,
previous gen though, right?
this is Gen 1. This is
Gen
the
1.
36.
ugliest, this is the ugliest one of them all, and that's an insane price. These
Yeah,
were as cheap as 6 grand back in 2019
yeah.
from Federico Talks Watches. Oh my god, I plugged him in. Shit.
That's okay. That's
These
okay,
have gone
Joe.
up. They went up like ridiculously though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then this is a drop back down to earth.
Yeah, Deech is saying here the upcoming months are going to be trying and tempting times if you collect watches. So many deals, so hard to resist. Joey B saying two Pepsi sold for under 14K each. Thomas Barrett, me and you, brother. Me and you too. I wish I had more money. Absolutely. Marcel liking the UN. Um, this is the code for the 25%. Uh, Kevin S. I've been looking for this watch for the last 10 minutes. Uh, uh, Dan said I'm gonna buy it right now,
If
despite Amin.
if it does sell in the next hour, then we know the Bobby Legs show has
He's an
real power.
influencer.
Yeah,
Well, you're
yeah.
no, actually, you're the influencer.
No, no, no.
Ken Spear checking in from Pittsburgh. Hey, Ken, what's going on? Um, Big Rick said I had to pay a teenager auto insurance this week. Also, I'm tapped out for a few weeks. Um, hey, Karan's here. Dib cannot work for me. Ha ha ha. Dib is having a rough day if he's giving Fetty free publicity.
He's right. He's right.
Oh man, that's awesome. Dan is going to buy Crown and Caliber after he wins the Powerball. Probably could, right? I mean, well, you might be able to. Um, Come on, saying
What?
I'm giving up selling watches. I can make more money selling pics of Wilson at tons.
That's a good
You're
one.
gonna net a million. Like each picture is probably worth 10,000 or more.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So it begs the question. I mean, like is this just the tip of the iceberg here? I mean, are we? I mean, I feel like we've fallen off a cliff here now. Like this is a huge sale. Is it just going to get even crazier? I mean, I know the holidays are coming up. Are they're just going to give away inventory just to get all this inventory out?
You guys
So
may
What do
have
you
already
think?
mentioned this one, but seeing the Pepsi for 13 and change
Yeah,
just sitting there and sitting there. I mean, like Dan's friend bought 3 Royal Oaks first thing in the morning, but those, the fact that they got snatched up immediately, maybe that's not resetting the market, but to see a Pepsi just sitting there at
yeah.
13 something all day, that was really interesting.
Well, I mean, like look, I know I'm a big fan of this watch, but to see three gray side of the moon sitting there in the low sixes,
Hmm.
you know, I mean that watch retails for like what, 12?
But we've seen like in these Facebook dealer groups that watch occasionally go for
Cause yeah, yeah, yeah. I
quite
mean
a
I
low
seen
rate.
high sixes. I mean I've never
Yeah.
seen, you know, I don't know. It's crazy.
I
Look,
mean,
so
as
people in those dealer groups still trying to sell Pepsis for what, 17, 18, something like that?
uh, so
19?
here's what I think. This Crown and Caliber sale is an aberration. It's not the norm.
mm, okay,
I've never seen prices this low, and we cannot use this as a benchmark.
Hmm.
So, I mean, Rolex pricing, I'm just going to leave that because we don't know half that goes on. Like I've seen people where, dealers' buddies bid on watches just to, like price them higher. So we don't know the actual market, because I see sold listings, but obviously, very few end users who are actually buying from there, especially because people don't trust them, or like, or somebody wants to pay with a credit card, they don't want to wire money to a complete stranger. So many things are going on, but this Crown and Caliber sale, I think, is an aberration. I've never seen prices
Hmm.
this low, and nobody is going to adjust their secondary prices accordingly just because Crown and Caliber had a sale, which was insanely
uh,
low. So that's how I look at it.
But
Bruno's
instead,
saying that maybe they're getting see the recession coming and getting ahead of the storm. That's also possible. Um,
Honestly, I don't think so. I have sold Crown and Caliber watches before April. April is when everything started going down. They were buying mercilessly. Like
yeah,
they throw offers like, I remember buying Zenith El Primero A384 for just around 54 with tax. I took a quote, and this was before the whole collapse. They were offering 49. You
yeah.
know,
But
so
but perhaps they overextended themselves and
exactly, they have too
and
much inventory.
but I think there's also, look, I mean, whatever's happening economically, I think it's going to be worse next year. Okay, the effects of these interest rate hikes, the tightening that's happening, there's a lag effect, right? And so I think we're going to see most of that in the beginning, especially the first 6 months of 2023. So I think it's possible, right, that they overextend themselves. It's possible that they see something coming, and maybe some of these other, maybe a company like Watchbox might be a little bit immune to this because they have a lot of funding. Maybe Crown and Caliber and Hodinkee don't have as much funding as we think they do. And I think it is going to scare some of these dealer groups even more. And I'd be curious to see what happens in the next couple of weeks from them. Or Dib, maybe you're right. Maybe it's just an aberration.
I think the prices are probably going to go up in the dealer groups as we head into December and Thanksgiving. But even last year, January was the time, and like January was red hot, right? Like red hot, like everything was
Hmm.
priced super high. I saw many great deals in January. Then the market started, like going high on February and March, and then April came, and then it went down. But I remember root beers were going for 24, 25. Then all of a sudden in February, it started climbing like 26, 27, 28, 30. It went up to 33 on the dealer groups. So I think January will be a lean period, and hopefully, it'll pick up. But it again, like all our watch collecting habits are essentially based on how the market is doing. Like, I don't want to buy 15 watches right now, even though the prices are incredibly good, just
Hmm.
because like I don't want to tie up so much money there. So it will all depend on how the market is doing. Are we recovering, or are the Feds going to hike up interest rates again and again to the point where nobody is buying anything? So I think few brands are going to do okay, but few brands are going to get hammered in the secondary, like hammered. For example, I love Grand Seiko, but I'm not buying one anytime soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I love them. I have two right now. So
Joey
I
P.
don't think
Yeah.
that they bought too much and they're trying to clear out because they're still giving good trade prices. Like look what Joey said. We have other friends who have gotten good trade prices from Crown and Caliber yesterday, right? You're
Hmm.
very recent. So I think it could be like people are saying they're venture backed. Maybe they're just trying to just show that they're getting traffic and selling watches, buying and selling watches, just that their goal is not necessarily maximum profit right now. It's just to show a lot of whatever the word is, a lot of people buying from them.
Karan saying he doesn't think it's a recession. I think it's retailers getting more inventory. Kevin S is saying, I think those Pepsis were dummy
I
listings.
agree with Kevin. I always agree with
No,
him.
I don't think so.
Is Crown and Caliber venture backed? If so, they are probably getting instructions from their board to do what all the major tech companies are doing. Karan, I would love to see legit listings of a person who bought similar to Patek auction prices when they were buying back the watches.
Again, like that's the thing we don't know. Like all these dealers selling to dealers, it's just too opaque for a random person like you or I to know what's going on, because we do know that multiple dealers work with, and I can't believe that what we have to go by our WhatsApp groups, but that's what it is. So
Scott saying venture-backed companies are being instructed to greatly increase their runway. Uh, Justin saying I will shield myself from any financial crisis with watches. Uh,
buy
this
what
has
you
to be their
like.
biggest day.
Don't think about like just be careful with what you buy, from an AD or the secondary market, whatever it is. Do what is best, but do exercise some caution. That's all I'll say
You
to
know what I
everyone.
think,
Yeah.
Rob?
Yep.
I think life is short. Wear color.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Chaz, you're wearing a black hoodie with just a touch of orange. How is that color there? I mean, okay. I think the only colorful one is Amin and me. Yeah, like Amin is wearing
That's
a
color.
navy blue. I'm wearing mustard yellow, I think. Bobby is gray.
Black is a color.
I don't know about that one.
Beans and Bezel saying exercise caution.
All right.
About
Let,
time. Forget Chris Crown and Caliber. Just come to my trunk show and drink tequila and buy watches.
Katie had two of those. Yeah.
I need to
Says
talk
the
to
man with
someone.
6 Seikos in his cart.
Can we just move past that? Let's move past my Seiko buying habits. That's a affliction. That's a disease.
What?
So
what so how many do you have in your cart right now? In any cart, in any.
in the cart, so I have three coming in tomorrow. I won an auction
Yeah.
in Japan, and it's sitting at the warehouse. I'm also bidding on a Breitling. So essentially, I put a cheeky bid in. Let's see if I win. So if I win, I can just ship them together. So we'll see. But I have four Seikos coming in. One of them is
Brilliant.
for a friend. So three Seikos.
Right, friend. Okay. Hey, Random Rob, what's going on? How you doing? Black is a shade. That's right, Wolfie, and Chaz. Black is a shade. Scott saying I'm thinking of getting the JLC Master Ultra Thin Annual Calendar for 11K.
Beautiful watch.
Beautiful
Beautiful watch.
watch.
Very good price.
Marceau, he's struggling here. There's a Black Bay Bronze Buccara Blue for 3180. I've never seen it that cheap anywhere.
Mm.
Do it. Do it. Right, guys? Um, Wolfie, did you like the Breitling swag?
I haven't opened it yet because I just got home stuck in traffic and I jumped right on the stream. So I'll check it out later. I'm
Oh,
sure.
you saw Quran today?
Yeah, we went there, say hi,
Yeah.
get some more watches.
Yeah. Just
Katie saw a Parmigiani she liked. She has some
Mm.
Parmigiani for a good deal.
Is she close?
I don't know how close. She did like it, but we'll see. And now she wants. She's a Parmigiani fangirl because of the gold one that Dan is gonna get her when he wins 1.6 billion.
She has
yeah.
good taste. She has good
Yeah.
taste.
Yeah,
So Wolfie, you wake up every morning, right? You
I
have a
do.
little. Yeah, is like the first thing you do? You have a little breakfast. You have a little tea, coffee. Do you have any? What do you do?
Uh, Not the first thing, but I do some exercising, and then the tea
Okay.
and the cigar and the breakfast comes.
Oh,
Yeah,
you have a you have a cigar for breakfast?
yeah. I have
Oh, that's
breakfast
awesome.
and tea and cigar.
Okay,
So
and then all right, so then you get up, right? Maybe then you do your exercise, you jump in the shower, you get dressed, you go, you have a little lunch, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you and
after I have
Katie,
lunch. Yeah.
and then like, do you and Katie just like just stroll into Karan's boutique and just check out some watches?
Well, not every day, but it's very, pleasant environment there in Horologio, and so we tend to stop by quite often. They're very welcoming there.
I love it. I love it,
That's
man.
great. It's great.
I love it. Hobby Bobby saying there's a JLC Geophysic at 7,400. It's tempting.
Mm.
Fast cigar. Wolfie has a key to the place.
There's a
Well,
Geo panel reserve in rose gold that's very tempting. Did you guys mention that one?
and Crown
Ah,
Jewel,
man.
Crown and Caliber.
Oh,
it's the older generation. Otherwise,
yeah.
I wouldn't have mentioned it.
It is the older generation, but it's
The,
still a
so here's the thing: the newer
yeah.
generation Panomatic Lunar Rose Gold on Chrono 24. I found two listings. One of them already sold.
Mm.
1 year old for 11,500 and 12,100. That's like 10,000 below retail. Great prices indeed.
Yeah, I'm getting a little annoyed with Crown and Caliber. A lot of their pictures won't show case backs now. I don't know if you guys
They like
noticed that.
never do anymore.
Yeah, they never do anymore. Um, I wish I really liked this watch. I just find it completely boring. But I mean, for 3 grand, it's a heck of a lot of watch. It's just a little too boring. I think it's maybe the handset that just bores the hell out of me. But this is a very interesting watch and a good price point to get in for Glazut. Um, yeah, I mean, there's some great look. I mean, like you can get this like Senator Perpetual calendar, right? Right? I mean, like for what? Just under 10 grand?
I will say this though, like all, I mean, it's one of those brands where all the watches, from the cheapest one to the most expensive one, are deals in terms
Yeah.
of horology. I'm not saying the price itself, but
Hmm.
what they offer at what price point. I mean, Geo is so underrated. Like
Mm.
maybe that name doesn't suit for everybody, but the watches are stunning.
Yeah,
Like,
no, I agree. I agree, Dib. Like I said, stylistically, I mean, I wish this watch talked to me a little bit more because that is awesome price for the horology, you know.
yeah, I mean, if you buy new, you can obviously negotiate with your friendly dealer. It's a gray market, different story. It's very good. Like the Pano Reserve, and especially the one Wolfie has, I was stunned. I mean, the rose gold with the black dial, I was in love. I mean, like that watch is like beyond excellent. Like,
Another model I wish I was into the 60s with the big date. I mean, that's $3,400. I mean, that's insane. I mean, I'm just not into this style, but that's an insane price for this watch. Excellent condition, you
uh,
know? Box and
and
papers. That's freaking insane.
Sauron for jazz, no question.
Oh,
yeah,
wait, have I not been showing my screen? Oh crap. Sorry,
Nope,
guys.
nope.
I thought this whole time I'm sharing my screen.
yeah, yeah. Um,
We know what you're talking about.
I mean, this watch right here, look,
Hmm.
3,300. If I was just into it, this this right here kills me. Let me go back to the other watch I was talking about for like 3 grand, and this Senator. Like it's just I just find it a little bit too boring. But other than that, for 3 grand, you get into a Gateway a Glazuta Original watch. It's incredible. It's just incredible.
Can I show another deal?
Please.
This is not from Crown and Caliber, but this Chrono Swiss flying regulator with a engine turn guilloche dial for 2,900 in a Facebook group that a lot of us know about. This is like basically a 10K watch. It's another deal.
Wow, that looks good. You should get
20
it.
2,900 guilloche dial regulator.
It's right up your alley.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Karan threw all my calculators after Wilson broke one.
You should see Karan, the way he hammers the calculator. That's enough to come to Vegas for the trunk show.
I've I've seen it. I know what it's doing. Yep. I think, Karan, it's an Indian thing, right? Like the way we do the
Yeah,
calculators.
I mean, does it have big buttons? Because if he's
yeah,
like
yeah.
coming up from the top, like
He
that's a
holds
lot
it
of
on,
distance.
like makes a lot of noise the way he
Yeah.
slams his fingers in there. And
Yeah. Yeah. Does it have like the little cells there for like the sunlight so it could
yeah,
or is it yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know
then
I know.
he flips it around. He hammers it in and then he
Yeah.
flips it around. Ta-ta! That's what
Yeah.
it is.
I totally like if I was in that situation with that Wilson was from the story I heard, I would have totally typed in boobs and just turned it around and just showed them here boobs. I'd be like, how about them apples? What is that number? That's like 80,000 or 85. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's boobs. Now give me that watch.
I'm Googling right now.
What? Boobs on a calculator?
Calculator displays boobies.
I don't. Yeah, I mean that search those search words may give you more than what you bargained for. Um, It's a 10K watch that nobody buys for 10K. I think you call it a 3K watch now.
As somebody who looks out for those deals on that particular watch, you didn't see it for under 3K, a few months ago, a year ago. It's a new phenomenon.
Is he talking about the Chronos Swiss?
Yeah. That particular watch was not a sub 3K watch.
Kevin S is always so sassy. There he is.
Yeah.
80,085 boobs. Man, there's some great deals, and it's making it really really tough. Yeah, I'm trying not to make any purchases for a while,
I, I,
for
I think
multiple reasons, and it's tough.
I think Bobby, what you need to do is plan like me, and throw out the plan the next day, and plan again.
Oh yeah, oh
So
yeah. I'm
you have
constantly ripping up paper.
a concrete plan, and then you have a transient plan.
Yeah,
So the transient has to come in and go out fast. It
yeah,
cannot stay. Like
yeah.
for example, I have a concrete plan in place. I want the Lacadile Cartier, the
Mm,
Pepsi,
mm-hmm.
and two Mings, and hopefully the Christopher Ward. I can't talk more about the transient ones. That's just difficult to process because I still don't know. You know, so that's how I look at it. I try to stick to my concrete plan. The transient planned watches comes in, goes out fast. Yeah, so you still have your core watches. That's how
Chaz,
I look.
what? Yeah, no, thank you, dude. Chaz, what watch, if it came up right now at the price at these kind of prices, is it no brainer for you?
Well, I'd like to add a Panerai at some point,
Yeah, gotcha.
and so you know if I if I can find one at the right price, I might pick
Hmm.
one of those up during this time when prices are down. I think it's a good
Yeah.
time to add a watch that you've been kind of looking at, wanting to pick
Mm,
up.
good point.
Um,
Good point.
so that's kind of on my uh, on my list.
Hmm.
But I'm trying to be, I'm trying not to just grab a watch because it's a good deal,
Yeah, yeah, of
because we're
course.
gonna we're gonna see a lot of those.
Yeah.
Try to focus on things you really have been looking for, you really want long term, and you kind of when you buy a watch now, you also have to think you're probably gonna have to keep it, um,
Yeah.
because it's going to be harder also to turn around and sell those watches. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was out most of the morning, and to come back to that, I was it was pretty crazy. I love it. I love it. Um, oh, hey, Chris, how you doing? Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it. Cheers, guys. Cheers to you too, Chris. Hopefully business is good. Um, yeah. So anyway, it's Friday night. What do you guys got planned for the weekend? Chaz, who's Tennessee playing this weekend?
well, they play this team across the way a little bit, little known team called the Georgia Bulldogs.
Ooh,
So
that's gonna be some.
yeah,
Is
tough.
that in Tennessee or in Georgia?
No, it's down in Athens,
Oof.
Georgia. So um, appreciate everybody's good vibes about 2:30 Central Time tomorrow, and hope the Vols can show up. But they've done pretty good so far. I've got a little hope, but it's a tough game for sure.
Hmm.
I'd
What do you
rather
think?
talk about American football. Sorry, Bobby.
You don't want to talk about Archie? Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. So, Dib, who's your favorite football team? American football team?
Uh, um, so,
Tennessee.
all right, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
See,
What's the team's name in Tennessee?
hey, Titans.
Ah, very
Nice.
good.
See, I knew
Well
Chaz,
done.
something.
Well done.
I'm gonna mute Chaz, but it was a little too late. Um, Wolfgang, are you a big Raiders fan?
No, I support Philadelphia for the baseball win. For
Okay.
Philly. That's the only reason.
Okay, yeah. They got a couple more games to play, hopefully. But yeah. Anyway, well, guys, had a great night tonight. Thank you, Wolfie, for letting us know what happened in Vegas in the early part of the week. We're gonna try to make it next year. We'd love to make it next year
Hope
and
so.
see it go down uh, and uh, and and see you in action. And Wilson, you know, um, Chaz, life is short. Wear color. Um, good luck with this weekend with the balls.
Thanks,
Gonna
Rob.
be
Thanks for having
in
me on.
trouble. I'm going to the Rutgers Michigan game tomorrow to see Rutgers get destroyed.
Nice. Well,
Nice.
I hope Rutgers does well.
Yeah, me too.
We'll root for
Hopefully score
them.
a touchdown.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Amin, what do you got going on this weekend, man?
I think I'm going to a place in Rhode Island. What's it called? I can't remember now. There's an AD for azimuth in Rhode Island. I'm gonna check it out tomorrow. One of our friends wants me to take wrist shots of the newer version of this watch because
Sure.
it's bigger to see if
Yeah.
it'll fit his wrist, and I want to go strap shopping a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe a nice stay in Newport, Rhode Island during the day tomorrow.
Ooh, look at you. Yeah,
Yeah.
take some pictures. I think it's supposed to be nice and warm. Dib,
Yeah.
tomorrow. Are you going to the Punjabi? Are you going to wear a Punjabi? Like what is it? Do you know what I mean? Like do you
So what
Oh
is
my
tomorrow?
lord.
Like, why do I need to wear a Punjabi tomorrow?
No, I'm just wondering if you have like something to do. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Other than
mean,
like wear sneakers
tomorrow,
and
I'll probably go downtown to meet my sales lady because I hear the Cartier is apparently an application piece.
ah, man. Jeez.
So I don't know who I have to beg to get that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And Sunday, it's going to be a big day for my team, Arsenal, original
Oh,
football
yeah, yeah, yeah. Who are
versus
they
Chelsea.
playing?
They're playing Chelsea. We are top of the league, but it's a big game.
Yeah.
I'm very worried. Like I'm one of those I'm very superstitious when it comes to football games,
Yeah.
soccer for you Yanks. If they are doing well and I'm standing on that spot,
Yeah.
I'm not going to move from that spot for
Right.
the next 90 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm a bit superstitious. So, I just wake up and if there's a corner on the sofa and, like they're doing good, I won't move
Yeah.
from the corner.
Yeah. No, I got you. So in your estimation, like how good of a coach was Ted Lasso?
I haven't watched that.
Oh, okay. All right.
But yeah, that's my weekend. Hopefully, get
Dib,
some
close us
ideas.
out. Close us out with one more pick of those malachite shoes. I gotta see them one more time.
All right, here it
Look at
is.
those things. Oh,
Look at those things.
yes.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Put the watch next to it.
so
Put the watch next
nice.
to it.
Look at
You
those
guys,
shoestrings.
Yeah.
Look at those
Look
shoestrings.
at that. Look at Dib walking down the street with his malachite,
Dude, he's so
double
handsome.
malachite
He's so
bangers.
handsome. Do you go with um the oversized jeans, hanging around like,
no,
with a white t-shirt? No?
no. I
Um,
mean, I just a jeans and a t-shirt. Probably a hoodie. It's fall, so or a like light sweater. That's about it. Um, but no, I mean, I don't match anything. It just came up for sale. I liked it. I just bought it.
yeah, yeah. Your style is that you don't have style, right? I mean,
Exactly.
yeah.
Jeans. I think I've always bought Levi's. I don't know for the last 15 years. I think.
Yeah.
Um, I find their quality is pretty good,
Yeah,
but
sure.
now I've moved on to the.
Do you wear the baseball cap with the brim to the side a little bit? Ever so
I
slightly?
don't wear baseball caps. I don't wear.
Flat brim baseball cap?
No, it just
No?
okay. It just looks. It's not for me. That's all I'll say.
Any kind of haberdashery, chapeau, anything any hats?
I think I've like 15 or 16 hats at this point in the house, but I don't wear them. I like looking at them. I got a couple from Karan, from my different ADs who have
Oh,
bought, who have had watch purchases from. So yeah.
Yeah, any FUBU?
What is a FUBU? I don't know what that
It's
is.
it's it's a brand. It's just a brand.
No, I don't
Yeah.
know what that is.
Me
Okay.
neither.
I'm not a fancy person. The only thing fancy in my life are watches, probably. That's
Yeah.
about it. I
That's
like leading a simple life.
how
Oh,
about
Sneakers,
an
fancy sneakers.
Sneakers, car. You're a little fancy, Dip. You're a little
yeah.
fancy.
Yeah, you're more fancy
the
than you
the,
give yourself
Au- the
credit.
Audi hat is on the mantle. Thanks to you, Kevin. So thank you for that.
All right. Well, okay. Well, I hope you have a good weekend and I hope, you know, um you buy some Seikos and um
Three Seikos coming in tomorrow.
three
So
Seikos coming in tomorrow.
That's a good day.
Gotta go on Sanchez stream with us with the 3 Seikos, please.
Yeah.
well, I already one of them was marked for my friend, so he wanted one, and I helped
Right.
him out. So
Right. Okay. All right. Well, Dib, thanks for joining us tonight. Amin, Chaz, and Wolfie, thank you so much again. Really appreciate it. Chat, appreciate you guys chiming in like as you always do. And have a great weekend. See you next week. See you next Tuesday. Take care.
yep. See you
Good
guys.
night.
Good night.